You ever wonder why the hood is so dangerous? Well, I'm about to teach you in this video. If you take any group of people from anywhere, put them in a small, closed community, and take away money, jobs, opportunity, or resources, what do you think they're going to do for money if they're surrounded in one little area altogether? Answer it. Okay, you might have guessed it. You can take any community, right? So if people don't have them opportunities, they're going to look at somebody else and say, you know what, I can take what this guy got. If one person gets something, people are going to look at that person and try to take it from them. It's the crabs in the barrel mentality. We know that people were brought to America, you know, from their tribal or native land and areas, you know, Africa, and then they were brought over here due to slavery. And after that happened, yes, you could say people are free now, but the trauma systematically, right, is still in people's heads. Some people don't know how to get out of these communities because it was passed down from generation to generation. My great grandma, who recently passed away, was a cotton picker. So you got to understand the stuff that she's seen, you know, is still in her head, passed down to her kids, passed down to me, right? All that stuff. And it's up to us to break those cycles and those generational curses. But a lot of times when we try, you know, why don't you just move out the hood? You got to think about it. There's something called redlining. I study real estate. That's a real thing. If you Google redlining, they made it to where people could not move out of these neighborhoods and get loans to move to the suburbs. My mama moved me to the suburbs off Section 8 government assistance after we got approved for it, but we wasn't approved for it, and a lot of people lost their lives in the process of trying to make it out. You know, you look at things like no jobs. There's not a lot of minorities that work for the businesses in the community. Some people will say, why not? They're lazy, right? Well, no, there's a lot of people that work hard to start businesses. Like I said, I work in real estate, I do business. It's so hard for me to get a loan. Now it's a lot easier because of, you know, everything that people are doing for like the Black Lives Movement and all that. But at the end of the day, it is very, very, very hard. And the people I work with tend to be wealthy people that aren't minorities, and they help me, right? Because they know, you know, it's going to take a lot more to get people to get help like that. So at the end of the day, that's the history. It's a longer story, a longer video that I make for another time, but that's the reason why there's a lot of crime, because a lot of people can't move out. Number one, there's a lot of PTSD and traumatic stress in their mind. Number three, they're all in one proximity and they're going to go after each other. So there's that crabs in the barrel mentality. And then when people make it out, they feel like they don't belong in this bigger world, so they go back. And you know, a lot of time they get targeted. So it is a big conversation for another time. If y'all want to make a part 2, get this to 10K views.